Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to Transport Fever 2. This is episode number 3 of the Let's Play. Now, looking back on what we've done in the first two episodes, we've of course set up our passenger hub connecting Laredo, Dallas, and Columbia to one another, moving passengers within and through between those towns, and they are growing rapidly. We're also finding that to be profitable. Not massively, but definitely profitable. Then we turned our attention to feeding the people of Laredo, as that is a good that they need. Now, we're not doing amazingly on getting all that they need, but for one thing, that need has grown significantly since we started. But we're definitely doing a good job, especially considering that it is being done all through cargo vehicles on the road. So this San Francisco Farm West is transporting grain to this processing center, which is then processing the food, taking it into Laredo, and then it's being distributed around town. Now, once you get beyond that, and looking at these first 3 towns that we've started with, Laredo need construction material. Columbia needs machines or goods. And Dallas needs tools and fuel. All of those, beyond the food, are a bit more complex. So, with some complex things going on, we're going to have to really step up our game to a whole nother level if we have any intention of actually getting additional goods into one of these towns. Now, of all of those options, the easiest one, condition of some vehicles is dropping down. They've been running for a while. Speaking of, let's look at those lines real quick and see how they're doing. So, you can see that pretty much cross-board. We just paid for another sequence. They're all pretty profitable. The food one is doing a really good job. That's 80,000 in profit. Our best line has been Dallas to Laredo, which is bringing in 60,000. Okay, multiple vehicles in poor condition. That's okay. I want to move away from this. Now, the best way to tell cargo-wise whether we're doing good is to see if they're completely full all the time or slightly below. And you can see that this line and this line are now slightly below. The other ones are slightly below. And this one is right about full, but I've definitely noticed that the Columbia to Dallas line does not have a ton of people waiting, or at least it didn't previously. Let's see if it does now. There's 16 waiting, but it's definitely not maxing out. So we're doing okay on moving passengers, and we're doing a pretty good job now on the food to Laredo. But that next one is tools to Dallas, and this is going to be tricky, really tricky. Here's why. We're going to have to cross the river. There's the tools. So we're going to kind of go in reverse here. So here's tools. That's the closest being made to Dallas. That's way out over here, and that's the next closest. This is definitely the closest one, this Salem Tools Factory. It requires wood, processed wood, sawmill. The sawmill is really close. So that's good. That's not far to get that good transported from here to here. But then you need raw lumber. Well, here's the lumber, not that far away. So we need these 3, and then we need to connect it up to Dallas to get it delivered. Not the easiest sequence to carry out. And we've got to deal with crossing the river in the process. I think it is time to get trains on the go. And looking at the lay of the land, right along the edge of the river seems to be the best place to run the train line. Yes, I know. Vehicles in poor condition. We haven't advanced the timeline, so they're still there. I still want to be 1850 when we get our first trains on the go. Then we'll start moving the timeline up a little bit. So let's go ahead. The other things are good for us because they're making money, but I think at the moment we start doing this, it's going to start costing us more than we're making right now. So let's go ahead and start with a train line. We're going to need, this is the end of the line for now. So let's drop in a train station here. That's tracks, the buildings. Let's see what we have. What do we have? Okay, passenger station. Passenger terminus station, end of the line. Modular train station for cargo, and that's a terminus, end of the line one here. And that's the train depot. Alright, well, let's start with a terminus station and look at the cost of these puppies. This is where we've got to be careful. Are you going to give us what we need here? Ooh, the lay of the land is actually, there's a little hill to that, isn't there? So maybe we actually need to run this way. And connect that up right there. But why does that suddenly get so expensive? We can go out a little bit further here. Now, see, we're cutting into the land. I think that's why things are a little tricky here. Oh, this is a little better. Maybe we do need to go kind of straight through. It's an expensive station. This is why I am really committing here to trying to find... Maybe we need to just connect it via road. It is. It's the road that's making it tricky. Okay, so let's try to put a station in right there. And then we're going to go back to a road. And we're going to connect... Yeah, there you go. That's much cheaper. So we'll use the road to get the path up there. And that should then link the... It does. Okay, so that's linked now. Let's also get some stations elsewhere. We're going to need one at the tool manufacturer. And this little forest area is the tricky part through here. Swing this way. And I think we can kind of get away with a little bit of road. It's cutting into the land just a little bit. And this one's going to be tricky. I think we need to go out this way with it. Except that the wood is going to go towards there, isn't it? So why don't we do something a little different. And we'll go this way with it. Okay, Now, I need to deal with the road situation on all of these, so let's link that up. Okay, so that one's connected. And now let's get this one. See, there's quite the elevation change, but there you go. Now we're also going to need a station in Dallas. So let's go ahead and get that while we're at it. And this is all cargo, so not passenger. I suppose we'll use a terminus station. Let's see. You need the tools down here. Now, can we maybe go out here a little bit further away from it? Oh, your road connections right there. Okay. Let's go like this then. Okay. Now, the last thing we need besides all the tracks is we are going to need somewhere, and I suppose this one's going to depend on the tracks actually. So let's start with the tracks. Tricky thing is we've got to cross the river not once but twice here. The easiest place to cross is going to be down here. So maybe we'll put in a crossing up here. So here we go, our first railroad tracks, and we have to figure out how to get across. Like that. A little further out here, huh? Okay. That's good. Now we can't afford to go double lines right off the bat. This is quite the section of track we're having to cover. There will be times, there will be areas that we want. Oof, 418,000. Why is that so expensive? Oh boy, there goes a whole lot of money just on that bridge. Okay, now here's the tricky thing. This is going to be a tighter corner, which I'm not a fan of, but I don't want to interfere with the roads, so can we maybe... Okay, now we're going to come back this way. Okay, why so expensive? What have you got going on here? Reshaping the land, are we? Okay, then let's not do that. Wait. better angle to where we can see what's going on here. We need to get a little closer to the water. That's fine. Right now, the expense is the most important thing for us. We can't afford to do a whole lot here. Now, it looks like we found our way through here without changing the elevation drastically. And this is where we want to connect up to. Ooh, no tunnel, no tunnel. I don't want a tunnel. Do this without a tunnel. Okay, well there's 134,000. We'll start there. Already down to 800,000, and we haven't even bought a train yet. We do have 6 million in loans that we could take, and it looks like we're going to have to get into that a little bit here. And we're going to have to add some double sections of track. We're not going to be able to get through this without no bridge, please. Thank you. Is that the only way to do that? Alright, it looks like we're in for an elevation change in here, and that's where we're having the problem. Let's take out that little section, and let's go back to the drawing board. I am not looking for a bridge, but let's see if we can fix the slope. No, I want down. You're not going to do that for me, are you? We don't need a massive bridge. We need to start changing that elevation somehow to come out of this hill. You can definitely see we're facing a downhill slope. So how do we get you down? Yeah, that's not good. We want okay, we'll come back into it. Let's see, where are we now? We have these two lines, both need to come out of here as well. Let's focus on that. And the tricky thing is this line I want to connect right over here. Let's see if they will connect with each other. What do you want? Standard tunnel? Can we avoid the tunnel, please? How about no tunnel? No tunnel. Can we go with slope adjustment to get away from the tunnel? Okay, I think we need a tunnel. That's gonna run us a pretty penny, huh? There we go. That comes out the other side. That's pretty much the shortest tunnel path we can come up with. Right about there. Now we need this line. Where's the end? Right there. Whoa, no, no, no. Come on now. Boy, changing the elevation is not easy, is it? Do this without a tunnel, please. Could we do this without a tunnel, please? You don't need a tunnel there. Don't need a tunnel there. There we go. Okay, that's all the change we can make through that area, but that's good. That's good. I think we're... Yes, I know. It is possible to take out a loan. Okay, now we need this one to connect up down here. There we go. Okay, that's not that expensive. That's okay. And it's only going to go this one direction, so... Can I somehow connect this with this? No, you are not a fan of that. We need some serious downslope. Aha! There's some serious downslope. Suppose we could go over like this. And then link it up right here. While this one goes under. Or we can do this without the bridge, huh? They don't make this one easy on us, do they? Well, I did choose a map that has hills. Okay, we're still going down slope. But we're just about out of money. Let's fix that real quick. Borrow, borrow, and borrow. Okay, we're only 500,000 higher than the original at the moment. Can we get you down here? What's it gonna take? Aha! Nope, can't do that one. So right beside it. Okay, I think we're going to have to make an adjustment to the line here with this one. Okay. There it is. Okay, we have connection. Now we need this because this line will go all the way to Dallas from here. So that is the finished product. But we also need the lumber. But the lumber's got to connect up both ways. So how are we looking on that part now? Do I need to reset this one? Let's see here. I need this. We're going to need to be able to get here. Okay. We could also bypass. Could we do that? We could! Okay, I like that. I like that. That's good. Alright, so we have our ability to run the lumber to there, and then there, and yeah. It's a little shady, but we made it work. Now, we're going to have to start going uphill. And this way, so we need to start going up. Not that much. Can we get you here? Apparently not. Looks like I had a little too much curve initially. So let's back that off. Let's try again right here. And we want to start bringing that elevation up. Oh, come on. See what we're working with here at the moment. It's quite the down step, which means I think we need to start it further back. Right? I just get that feeling that the slope is just way too much. So why don't we cancel? And now, from here, can we start going downhill a bit more steeply? Is it possible? There we go. See? Okay. Make good progress. It's as far down as we can go right now. Backtrack a little bit. There we go. Okay. No elevation change there. Or no tunnel, I mean. We gotta keep going downhill though. Gotta find a way to keep going downhill. Okay. Why won't you give me any elevation change? Can you do that for me? Please, oh please. I wonder if this is the one I need to link up to, right here. Can you do it? Oh, you can. You do it without. There we go. Okay, finally. Man, I did not know that elevation changes were going to be such a problem. We'll keep this little part of the line though, because eventually we do want this to run the other way. We did make it down and out of there. This is a little bit of an ugly section. It's okay. We now have wood connected to lumber connected to wood processing. We have wood processing connected to tool processing, and tool processing is now linked to Dallas. We need to create some lines. We need to get a train depot, and maybe we put that here so we have lots of space around here. So why don't we go ahead and go with the building, and we have our train depot. Which way are you? Facing the other way, aren't you? Yes, you are. Alright, I am still concerned mostly with price until we can start making some money here. And then we're going to very quickly have to start running double lines. Passing points here and there. I think the first good one to do that may be right here. So we're going to run 2 lines through here. Have a train signal, and it could be a passing area. Run it right on past though. Okay, and then run that back together. And there you go. So now you have 2, oh, maybe not. Eventually, maximizing speed is going to be big. For now, not so much. We're going to need some traffic signals, and we want some one-way stuff. So we want to make sure it's clear before you can go that way. We want to make sure it's clear before you go this way. You also want to make sure it's clear before you come off the line here or here. Okay. Coming along, we're coming along. Look at that beautiful bridge. I think we're going to need another passing lane in here somewhere. This could be a good spot for it over here. Alright, train signals. Okay, make sure it's clear before you go, and make sure it's clear before you come back this way. Good. Alright, that's another passing lane. I don't think I need one right here by the station. This is going to be a tricky area though, there's a lot going on through there. Let's see. How about we make sure it's clear before here. I have an extra set of track that I don't need right now. And I really don't need this one right now either. Let's just get it out of here. We've got too much going on. And that means I can get rid of the signal, move the signal up to a better spot. Okay, I'd rather have this side waiting than the main line. The main line's going to take a little bit longer. And maybe this is the place where we want double tracks. Alright. Maybe. Okay, we want to make sure it's clear before you guys enter. And how about we do that on this one? You're going to need a passing zone. Unless I just run one train back and forth, that might be the easier thing to do. Then the train will always have the line. Now we're gonna have 3 trains in all. How do we want to make sure that this is gonna stay? We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out if that's enough. I'm not sure that if that's enough yet, and I feel like this might need to go double tracks through this area just because of the crossing point with all 3 trains going through this area. So, can we do that? Well, let's start with it looks like we can run a double line here. Run this just a little bit further. And then we bring that together. Okay, now we have a good situation where we would want a signal here. Don't go until it's clear. And then we'll have a signal here, also making sure it's clear before you move forward the other way. Now we need to link this up as well. Okay. That's not going to work. I went too far. Let's back this up a little bit. Let's see. How best to do this is a little tricky. How about we go all the way through? There we go. Now you can link up. And we could drop a signal here. Now we also want to be able to go track to track. So let's see here. How do we do this? See, this is figuring the game out, right? Because we want to be able to go either track. Does that give you the option to go either track? It does. Can you switch to the other track? No. Are you able to switch here from track to track? It looks like no. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. Let's put you on the outside track again. Let's figure this out. Come on now. Okay. I know this can work. Just how do we make it happen? There we go. Okay, there's that part. And now we need... There we go. There, now you can switch between the tracks. And we're back to the signals for a moment. Make sure it's clear before you get on. Make sure that's clear before you get on. And then... Okay, I think we're good. I think we are good. Finally. We'll see if it's all for naught. Now, this is going to be about vehicle management. We're going to go into railroad lines. We've got the Dallas train depot. We're going to need 3 trains. And before I can make 3 trains, I really need to know what I need to have in them. So let's start with the wood. Salem Forest. Production is 400 wood. So you could ship 400 wood. Dallas Sawmill produces 200. It takes 2 to make 1. So 2 to make 1. So 400 becomes 200. And that's a one-way. And then we have here 1 to 1. But you can only do 100 at a time, at least currently. So let's say we go half strength. If we went 200, 100, 100. But Dallas, what do you need? You need 75. So let's aim for 75. So 75, 75, 150. 75, 75, 150. So wood needs 150. So let's get back into this. We've got the Dallas train depot and buy vehicles. So we have some choices here. We only have a single train at the moment. It costs $43,000 a year. That's why this is expensive to get into. Let's hope this is going to be profitable before long. Otherwise, we're going to be in trouble. But we've got $4.5 million still that we could take out in loans. We're going to need 3 of these in all, but let's build one at a time. So 40 kilometers per hour. Okay, well, let's add one. Not passenger cars. What do we have for box cars? Box cars will carry the tools. Flat car will, with the side stakes, will carry the logs. And the planks. Ooh, do I want one train running the wood and the planks? That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea. Now, 8 tons. How much is that going to hold? I don't know. Capacity is 7. Assuming that's how many it'll hold. So if we're going to take 150, that's a lot. Like 20? That sounds a bit much. Let's not go that high. Let's start with 7. We can add more later. Ooh, yeah, there you go. That's 10. That's the weight of the car, 8 tons. What can you handle? 70 kilowatts. 20 tons. Closed coaches. Okay. So, I think I should go a little higher. Except for we're already at 2.2 million just for 70 of these guys. So no, we need some money. And yes, we're gonna only run 2 trains. We're gonna run 2 trains. The other one's gonna be a bit smaller. Once we can afford to, then we'll have to run additional trains. That's all the long we've got. So there's train number 1. Okay, and let's get another train, and then now the lines are going to be a little different, and I'm going to have to add one little section of track again, I think. But let's go ahead and let's clear that. There we go. Add in a second train. And this is going to be, I think, box cars. Yeah, for the tools. Now, the rate we had was 70, but that's going to be 35 by the time it gets to the end of the line. So we can carry 35. So we need enough box cars for 35. But this also has a longer route to cover, I think. So maybe we'll go a little above 35 to 42 just because of the time it's going to take. We'll give that a shot. We can adjust as we go, and as we start making money, make things bigger. Alright, well, there's our 2 trains that we will begin with. Let's go ahead and go into the line manager. And we open a new line. Wait. We have one more thing to do here. I need to connect these lines here. Alright, how's that going to be? That'll work that end. That'll work that end. Okay, good. Okay, well now it's only 2 lines. This should go a little bit easier. 2 trains, 2 lines. Yeah, that's easy enough, right? Add one here. Add one this way, and we'll add one this way. Okay, line manager. Let's start with the harder one. So we have our wood to our wood production to our end line right there. All right, now I obviously need to rename these stations and the line. So this is going to be train cargo, and we're going we'll say Salem. 2 of 3 are in the Salem area, so I'll go Salem. And we're going to go wood. Oh, sorry. We'll go lumber. Hold on. Wood, lumber. There we go. Wood, lumber, to tools. Okay, and that's the main one. And then we have this one. It's just going to deliver tools. So that is going to be cargo train. Did I do TC? I did. I need to rename that other one. It should be CT, cargo train. And that's Salem tools to Dallas. Fix this one. There we go. Now let's fix the name of these stations. Salem South, huh? Salem South Tools is fine by me. I don't even know how you are Dallas at all. You're on the opposite side of the river, so let's completely rename this one to Salem South Lumber. And then that one. You're conveniently just Salem. Salem, I think we're east here, and that's gonna be wood. Okay, just about ready to roll here, and we want to send out the lumber one first. And oh, that is right there. Can I make a second line here? Would have to be on the other side, and I don't think I can fit that in, can I? Let's vehicle manager train 1. This is for the lumber, so that's wood lumber tools. Let's see if we've got this figured out. There it is. Our first train is in action. She's heading out empty. She's got room for 70 wood. Going 20 kilometers an hour now. These trains are expensive to run. We've got $1 million left. Our earnings are down massively right now from where they were. Let's see if we can bring in some hefty profits with these puppies, and if I can figure out a way to not have these two trains collide with each other, not getting in each other's ways, that would be a big step. This train, though, is the big one, as it's got 2 destinations and is the start point, so I don't even need to put the other train out until we're actually producing a little something. So let's speed things up a little bit. Oh, the wildlife nearly was taken out over the bridge. That's so pretty. That's so pretty. Over the other side. Here we go. You can see the funding is still suffering significantly at the moment. Picking up the wood is not going to do us any good. I'll have to convert it to lumber first. Okay, good. You went to the side I wanted you to go to. Also, once we get into town, into Dallas with this, we're going to also have to have a way to distribute the goods. Oh, you're going to the wrong station. You're going to the end of the line. Well, that's fine. That's fine. They're heading to... through the tunnel. Into the station. That's your last stop. You came here first. First steam train arrived. There you go. That is an achievement. Now, head off to the wood, please. We'll slow through here. Looks like I might have been benefited from, what do you call it? Running that tunnel a bit longer. But this is so tricky out here. It's just some major elevation changes. It took a while to deal with, but we did deal with it. That's the important part. Cargo hub. Have at least 300 cargo items waiting at a train station. Well then, there's another achievement. Slowly rolling in right now. You're just rolling through these achievements at the moment. This is slow to get up this hill, but luckily we are empty as we come up it. It should be quick and easy going downhill. There we go. We've just now leveled off. We are already $500,000 in debt since starting this, so we're going to need this to pay off pretty well. And still no payoff yet, but look at all that lumber waiting and ready to go. And we are full. And out we go with 70. So that's a lot of wood. First payday does not come until the next destination. First time, we're also not likely to pick up much of anything in terms of lumber. Reason for that, autosave. Reason for that being that we're just now taking the wood there. I don't mind letting this train just go and run its route. So, oh yeah, you can see, look how fast it's coming down the hill. 35, 38, 40 kilometers per hour. Cruising on down, and let's see if we can find our destination appropriately. It is going the right way. And we'll use the switch track here to get on the side we need to. And there you go. Head into the destination. Let's see what we earn this first time. This is going to be massive. Come on, what's the payday? What's the payday? Oh, 450,000, 460,000, whatever that was. That was nice. That was nice. Okay, we managed to grab a single a single piece of lumber that was immediately ready, so we'll drop that off. Next time, though, we should have a full load waiting for our return. This little uphill section, it's not too bad. Once you get over that hill, it speeds up. We'll drop off a single one here and complete the route. Yeah, just 3,000, but that's only one. The line's already showing a profit. Now that's going to start processing into tools, which means it's time we need to get the other train. We need to get the other train assigned to the Salem Tools Dallas line. Now this is going to be the tricky one because these two trains overlapping, figuring out if I've got that lined up right because they're going opposite directions at different times. They're not going to be running clean through, so it's a lot to ask. But there you have it. Our first train line is now in operation, and hopefully will begin turning a profit for us. Passengers moving well, but we've got to replace some vehicles. And the cargo items, it's going to start increasing very quickly with the use of trains. Also, I think we're just about ready to start moving the calendar forward just a little bit until we get our first unlocks, now that we've fully activated. Now, the only thing I haven't done, though, is I still have not done anything regarding shipping. So maybe we should get into shipping before moving that calendar forward. I think that's not a bad idea at all. So, boy, that money is getting low, it's getting harsh, but this time through, we should start seeing the profit. See the numbers rolling in, and recovery should be beginning to occur, especially at the arrival of the next destination and a full load heading to the tools. I'm Decathlon Gamer. That's going to do it for this episode. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to hit that like button, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.